experience help your purpose evolve over the years? Go ahead. I want to start with you, Mr. Scribe.
Okay, one of the turning points that I could think of, there are a number of them, but this one really stands out. There was a time in my life that I was addicted to crack cocaine, and I was living a double life. I was being a family man, raising my family, but on the other side, I was doing things outside of that. And there was a place that I ended up going to one night, and a gentleman just approached me out of nowhere. It was in a apartment building, but in the basement, where you go around the back of the apartment and go down, where people were just smoking and getting high. And he walked up to me and said, "You don't need to be here." And I'm looking at him strangely, because out of all the different places, why would he pick me and start talking to me? After that fact, I knew that was God speaking through him, kind of telling me where was my life going, what was I doing. I knew what I was doing wasn't right, but I really needed a wake-up call. And that particular night, I couldn't get high at all, because that jarred me. And even though I stayed there for a while, I had to leave. And the next night, I was planning on shaking that off and going back. But the Holy Spirit came to me in that moment and said, "Don't go." And at that particular point, I was obedient, and the place was raided. So had I been there the next night, I possibly, most likely, would have lost my job, lost my income, probably lost my family, and probably ended up in a totally different place than where I am right now. Now, it took me a while to circle back from that, but that, to me, is a moment that stands out in my mind of where God never left. And at that particular point, it's one of the pieces that I remember where he definitely stepped in and knew he had my back, even though I was still kind of turning away from him.
Wow. Wow. And Miss Monique, if you would, same question. What I know you shared a couple of things, but what